Hi guys, welcome back. This video is going to be a little bit different from what I usually do because I want to talk about something that's been happening behind the scenes of my projects. If you don't know, for the last year or so the world has been going through an electronics chip shortage. Basically this means that parts are getting out of stock very quickly and then they have super long lead times to get reproduced. We all know what caused this and unfortunately there's nothing we can do but wait. But in the meantime we have to adapt and change our design process. So here's a few tips I'm currently using that's helping me select and find new chips. Tip number 1. Make sure that when searching for a new component, the normally stocking option is ticked. This may not always be reliable, so I usually like to cross-check with Octoparts. Their distributor database is continuously changing and providing you with all the stocking information you need. So if your new chip is only available from one vendor, it's a no-go. Tip number 2. Use standard packages. Passive components are the easiest problem to solve here, but with regulators and transistors you have to make sure that their footprints and pins are standard. This is ideal because if it's out of stock you can simply replace it with another part from the same family, or even perhaps from another manufacturer. Package proofing is key. Tip number 3. Microcontroller, sensors and other unique parts are going to be a headache. For these type of components, I suggest buying them as soon as you finish the schematics, preferably even before. I had multiple bad experiences where the chip went out of stock in between completing the schematic and PCB. This may sound like a bad advice because you won't have the complete design verified yet, but it's better than having missing chips. Tip number 4. If you are missing the chips, I highly suggest the Octopart search, which can suggest distributors that you might never heard of. Having multiple vendors will increase your cost, but I think that's expected in a chip crisis. If no one have this chip in stock, I would also check different variants of the same chip. Parts like my controllers tend to form parts of larger families that could have different temperature ratings, different voltage level, or even different memory sizes, which could still be okay for your project. Another loophole I found is buying components through a PCB manufacturer. A lot of big companies are currently panic buying, so it's hard to compete with them when you only want to get a few samples. But buying your components through a big PCB manufacturer like PCBWay can increase your chances because they might have the same part on their lines or even get access to it through their component distributor. Tip number 5. If none of these suggested techniques work, you could steal parts from development boards or even your old project. Or maybe eBay, that could also work. So I hope you have found these tips useful. If you have any other suggestions, please put them down in the comments below so that you can help the rest of the community. May the force be with you to find parts for your circuit. Bye bye!